Have you ever thought about what the future of human-computer interaction might look like? It's intriguing, isn't it? To think about how our relationship with technology has evolved and continues to do so. In the early days, we had the keyboard and mouse, tools that allowed us to input information into computers and receive outputs on a screen. But as technology advanced, so did our methods of interaction. We moved from clunky keyboards to sleek touchscreens, and from static desktops to portable laptops and smartphones. These devices became extensions of ourselves, tools that we use to communicate, work, learn, and play. But what if we could go one step further? What if we could interact with computers not just with our fingers or our voices, but with our brains? Sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, right? But it's not as far-fetched as you might think. Brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs for short, are devices that allow for a direct communication pathway between the brain and an external device. Essentially, they translate brain activity into commands that a computer can understand. This technology has enormous potential. Imagine being able to control a computer or a robotic limb with just your thoughts, or having a device that could monitor your brain activity and alert you to potential health issues before they become serious. But as with all technological advancements, there are challenges to overcome. BCIs require a deep understanding of the human brain, a complex organ that we are still learning about. They also raise questions about privacy and security. After all, if a computer can read your thoughts, what's to stop someone else from doing the same? Despite these challenges, researchers and entrepreneurs are pushing forward in the field of BCIs. They see a future where humans and computers are not just interconnected, but integrated. Where technology is not just a tool, but a part of who we are. And that's where Neuralink comes in, a company founded by Elon Musk aiming to bridge the gap between humans and computers. So, what exactly is Neuralink? Well, it's a company that was established by Elon Musk with the ambitious goal of developing high-bandwidth brain-machine interfaces. The idea is to create a direct channel for communication between the human brain and computers, essentially connecting our biological intelligence with artificial intelligence. This isn't just science fiction, it's a real endeavor that some of the brightest minds in the world are working on. Neuralink's vision is centered around a device, a sort of link that can be implanted in the human brain. This device, which is small and flexible, is composed of ultra-thin threads containing numerous electrodes. These threads, thinner than a human hair, aim to connect with neurons, the nerve cells in our brains that transmit information. The electrodes on these threads are designed to both receive and send electrical signals, essentially enabling a two-way conversation with the neurons. The goal of this technology is twofold. On one hand, Neuralink aims to treat a variety of neurological disorders. Diseases like Parkinson's, epilepsy, depression, and other neurological conditions could potentially be alleviated or even cured with this technology. Imagine a world where a device in your brain could control the symptoms of Parkinson's, or where depression could be managed not with medication, but with a direct intervention in the brain itself. On the other hand, Neuralink holds the potential to augment human cognition. It could potentially enhance memory, learning, and concentration, and even allow for more direct and efficient communication. Imagine being able to download a language directly into your brain, or to communicate your thoughts and ideas without needing to speak or type. In essence, Neuralink is at the forefront of a new frontier in human technology interaction. It's a bold and audacious vision, one that could revolutionize our understanding of the brain and what it means to be human. But with every great innovation, there are risks and challenges. What could be the potential downsides or risks of such a technology, you may ask? Well, as with any new technology, Neuralink's brain-computer interface is not without its potential pitfalls. Firstly, let's talk about data privacy and security. Neuralink would have direct access to our most private thoughts and memories. This raises serious concerns about who could access this information and how it could be used. Imagine a world where sensitive personal information could potentially be hacked, misused, or even sold. A world where your most intimate thoughts are no longer yours alone. It's a daunting prospect, isn't it? Secondly, there's the risk of social inequality. Advanced technologies like Neuralink could potentially widen the gap between the haves and the have-nots. The rich could enhance their cognitive abilities, communicate faster, and experience immersive, augmented reality, while those who can't afford such treatments might be left behind. It's a potential divide that could exacerbate existing social disparities. Then we have the health risks. Implanting devices in the brain is not without its dangers. there's the risk of infection, brain damage, or adverse reactions to the implanted material. And while Neuralink's team of experts is certainly working to minimize these risks, they can't be completely eliminated. Lastly, there's the chilling potential for external control. The ability to access and interact with our brains could, in theory, be used for nefarious purposes. Governments or malicious entities could potentially manipulate thoughts, control actions, or even alter memories. It sounds like something out of a dystopian novel, but it's a potential risk we must consider. Weighing the benefits against the risks is a crucial part of the development and implementation of such technologies. Neuralink could revolutionize the way we interact with technology and treat brain disorders, but it's important that we also consider and address these potential risks to ensure that this promising technology is used responsibly and ethically. But what about the ethical implications of Neuralink? This is a question that is becoming increasingly important as we delve deeper into the realm of brain-computer interfaces. Firstly, let's consider accessibility. With such pioneering technology, we must ask, who gets access? Will this be a luxury reserved for the wealthy, creating an even wider gap in our already stratified society? Or will it be universally accessible, democratizing cognitive enhancement and leveling the playing field? Now imagine having a device connected directly to your brain, collecting and transmitting data. This brings us to the issue of data privacy. In an age where data is the new gold, how will we ensure that the intimate, personal data collected by Neuralink is safe and secure? How will we prevent breaches and misuse? These are not just technical questions but ethical ones that require careful consideration. Then there's the question of identity. If we enhance our cognitive abilities, what does that mean for our sense of self? Will we still be us? And what about the potential for manipulation or control? Could our thoughts, emotions, or even our actions be influenced externally? This is a complex and unnerving ethical quandary. Lastly, we have to consider the alteration of human nature. If we have the ability to augment our minds, to shortcut the process of learning, to communicate telepathically, are we still human in the traditional sense? Or are we venturing into a new era of post-humanism? These questions don't have clear-cut answers. They require deep, thoughtful debate among technologists, ethicists, policymakers, and society at large. Ethics isn't a side note here, it's central to the discussion. As we move towards a future where brain-computer interfaces could become a reality, these are questions we need to think about. The potential of Neuralink is awe-inspiring, but let's ensure that in our pursuit of progress, we don't lose sight of our values, our humanity, and the ethical considerations that guide us. So, where does this leave us with Neuralink? As we've seen, Neuralink is an ambitious venture that could revolutionize the way we interact with technology. Its potential benefits are tantalizing. Imagine a world where neurodegenerative diseases are a thing of the past, where our cognitive abilities can be enhanced, and where we can communicate directly through thoughts and brain impulses. The possibility of fully immersive augmented reality experiences could change how we interact with the digital world, making it a direct extension of our minds. But with these great opportunities come substantial risks. The thought of having our brains directly accessible raises serious concerns about privacy and data security. Our most intimate thoughts and experiences could become vulnerable to hacking or misuse. And let's not forget the potential for social inequality. If only the wealthiest can afford such treatments, it could create an even wider gap between the haves and the have-nots. In addition, the health risks associated with implanting devices in the brain should not be overlooked. Infections, brain damage, or adverse reactions to the implanted material could occur, and the fear of our brains being controlled or manipulated by external entities is a chilling prospect that cannot be ignored. All of these considerations underscore the critical role of regulation and ethics in the development and implementation of Neuralink and similar technologies. It's essential that we proceed with caution, ensuring that safeguards are in place to protect individuals' health, privacy, and freedom. In the end, Neuralink is a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless pursuit of progress. But it also serves as a reminder of the responsibility that comes with such power. As we stand on the brink of this new frontier, it's clear that Neuralink and technologies like it will not only change the way we interact with computers, but potentially the very nature of what it means to be human.